what else would you do in 1955? You didn't have dual pot master cylinders and fancy racing brakes. You had a drum system that you had to self-adjust. We're going back to the 50s, dudes. And if you're not ready for it, look. We're on a mission today. And today's mission, show off Dad's clever ideas on how we're gonna get these brakes working on the old 55 turquoise torpedo. So let's show you. Now we better start recording now, because Dad said that brake line's about to break free or it's gonna bust. I know we ain't got the best shot here, but while Dad is about to maybe murder that line, I'd like to show you his little tool he made for pressing everything off. Literally just marked out the bolt pattern, which is 5 by 4.5, same on basically all Chryslers.
Tip the wheel upside down.
And Dad marked it out. And it looks like, did you torch this center?
Yeah, I'd already had these 3 big holes in this plate.
Yeah, this was all just scrap iron left over. And giant nut, piece of shaft, giant bolt, and yeah, well, we're thinking about actually incorporating some of that kind of same material on that little arrangement right there, which some folks might know what that is. YouTube doesn't run like talking about that kind of stuff, so we ain't gonna devolve too much into that. Oh, that's a lot lighter than I thought it was gonna be. The brake drum.
Yeah.
That's considerably lighter than its later counterparts. You see it's got the keyed shaft right there, and that sets in on that tapered shaft right there, and that's why you need to have either one of those taper brake pulley style. I'm not even going to try to get the right literature there, because this is basically the first time we've ever had to encounter doing that. Normally brake drums just come right off, so yep, homemade tool, did.
We got $0 invested in it. I had those bolts left over from a job. Had that plate left over from another job.
So is the line breaking or is it coming loose?
It's coming loose.
No shit.
A little bit of heat, a little bit of love.
Oh, that's different. That looks different. Maybe it's just the way it's made.
I think it might be the way it always is, but it just, yeah, it looks kind of weird.
Well, a lot of the stuff on these older rigs, well, even just valve cover nuts and stuff, it's all like 7/16 or something. Everything's, or 1/2 inch. Everything's like a size bigger, even though it's the same.
Really?
I don't know, dude. Maybe. Sometime that spring's got to get removed at some point. Don't worry, I got your whole struggle being filmed right now.
One thing about it's only got one spring.
That is true.
That's kind of cool.
I'll wait until we get to the front drums where they have 2 slave cylinders and internal brake lines and all that goodness and greatness. Look at that. It just basically self-uninstalled itself. Look, ooh. Is that actually red anodized in there? Am I? Wow, that looks. That's kind of cool. That's seriously like a red anodized piston in there.
Yeah, it is. What that means? Is it both red on both sides?
Yeah.
That means probably surely has been replaced.
Look at the internal. Look at that. It's literally, you remember like when you took the drive shaft off the rear end?
Yeah, it's all brand new looking.
It is brand spanking new inside of that bore. All that. It's a shame it's kind of plugged up and got rusty. I bet you rebuild kit. Doing a light hone. Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, you know I'm going to hang on to those for at least a week. before I let you throw them away.
I think these are somehow these are the adjusters. These are eccentrics.
Oh.
There's no little thumb wheel thing like on most of them.
Yeah.
I think these, I know the front ones are that way too. Or I do know the front ones are that way. These are eccentrics.
I was wondering where.
There's a big nut on the back here, and I think it's got a line that you just turn it all. What are you seeing?
Oh, it's just a pair of basically bolts and nuts, what it looks like, and a plate. So I'm guessing that, yeah.
Sure you don't have to take that fucking hub off every time.
That hub?
Yeah. Every time you adjust the brakes.
I'm not sure. That's
I'll
why we
look in my book. Oh, we do have a book.
Yeah, I was gonna say, need to go reference a service manual. Yes, Dad, I did clean those studs up.
Oh, nice.
I also anti-seized them. I'm pretty sure I anti-seized them. Remember when I did that, the car did try to roll off the trailer and kill me.
Oh.
That was my own stupidity. I didn't realize, you know, it was gonna spin that daggone easy. So here comes the apparatus.
I'll put this. I started out on the other side putting this nut on.
Yeah.
So we don't mess it. See, it's got a pushing, like a extra end on it for a pushing. It's meant for pushing.
Yeah.
Probably don't need this nut, but just safety sakes.
Well, just in case we accidentally push and jam up the threads or something.
I know, not everybody's got an inch of ace bolt. I know.
Where's a will, there's a way.
You probably do the same thing with a 3/4 bolt.
Probably. Pretty self-explanatory right there, I'd say. And you thread in the big old bolt, and well, the act of those threads connecting, it's going to pull the brake drum off.
It has to be tight. It has to be equal.
Snug.
Now you're gonna want me. We'll find my 2 1/4 stop.
Just go grab that out of the old little set. What you said, 2 1/4?
2 1/4. I'll go get it.
And like movie magic.
Cut neck down to 1/2 inch dry.
Dang. You should have just went ahead and gone down to 1/4.
Yeah. Took the stress off everything.
Well, you're gonna cheat and use the giant guy?
Yeah, the nut was 1 1/4. If anybody want to know. I thought it was 1 1/8.
I expected you to come out here with a big old wrench, or a big old open-end wrench.
I could, but this will probably turn
I don't know, it was pretty stiff the other day. He didn't want to turn at all.
for a little impact. Keep coming.
Yep.
Now I gotta take it back apart and take that nut off.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Sometimes you gotta take it apart and you put it back together, dude.
No. Probably with that end on that axle, it probably don't even need the whole nut step, but better safe than sorry.
True. And that tool will be usable on all tapered rear axles, like 64 Dodges and anything earlier than that.
It's got the right pattern.
Mm-hmm. It's a good tool to have.
Just right before we lose it.
That is true. That's why I'm going to try and paint it a very vibrant color and then hang it on the wall to get mixed in with all the other vibrantly colored tools that I think are up there but aren't. I always tell myself there's going to be a wall of vibrantly colored tools that we don't lose, but yeah, they mostly just stay like this and get lost in the barn now.
Oh, that's a heavy old socket. A heavy old bolt.
That's a pair of
Raptors.
yeah, that's a pair of Raptor jet fighters. I was wondering what that sound was. I was like, well, something ain't happy in the old brake drum. It just kept getting louder and louder.
Yeah, they were. Now I'm I'll be in trouble.
Uh-oh.
The little.
Hang on. Let me do movie magic. Oh, did you see that?
It's stuck in that key.
Mmm.
Because the taper is a taper. You see how it's off center?
Yeah. Yeah, I think turning the head of the giant bolt down would probably be a good use of time.
I'm going to have to come up with something else if I don't.
Well, might have to do that. Well, I'm going to have to take my 18 spline input shaft I was crafting a new sleeve for as a lineup tool for Jezebel, so I can put this big old bolt on there and turn the head down so we can keep pushing axles. All right, I know a few folks ain't really that interested in turning footage and all that stuff, so I'm not really going to bore you too much. Yes, I know that needs a startup capacitor. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my drill chuck, remove my live center. I'm going to put a little hole right there where I can put my live center in there to lock it in, because it's a fairly large mass spinning at 500 RPM. And basically I'm going to be heavily shrinking right there. So next time you see this bad boy, it ought to look a little bit different, I would say. Well, that's what we got. Hopefully that will work for Dad. Metal lathe is just such a handy tool to be able to shape things. And that's my only reason for including this kind of footage, is in hopes that might inspire more folks out there to see what you can make, which is literally anything. And the only thing stopping you is your own dadgum imagination. So don't let anybody tell you that investing in something like this is ever a dumb idea. It's always a good idea. All right, so now we just got to see what Dad got done in the time it took me to machine this little sucker here. Well, I'm here to see if this is small enough diameter, which I'm thinking it's probably not. And I'm just coming to see how everything's going there, Kimosabi.
Looks pretty nice.
A lot of chatter marks, but
You got all.
I imagine these are definitely bad.
I could both do it.
Holy crap.
I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Broke this line off.
Oh, cool. All right, so.
That line off. The one on the far side.
Oh, perfect excuse for new brake lines, right?
Yes, sir.
At least the shoes look pretty nice. Look at that.
Working them and heating them and working them. This one here just fell off my hand. The adjusters are up here, right back behind here.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like
I
a
see.
cam.
Yeah. Oh, that's clever.
And they're going to like a big spring behind a bolt hinge.
Mm-hmm. Hard to show things from the backside.
I bet you.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, what? This has to be basically that size, right?
Yeah, it's got to go in here. That'll work that much.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's all it needs. That little much more.
Well, I guess I'll go find out. I guess we have to start by putting the old apparatus back on. Alrighty. And if everything goes accordingly, you know it never will once the camera's rolling. Another reason to use a lathe when messing with threaded items, it never screws up the starting thread. That's what I was thinking you'd do, is just do it by hand.
You will be able to.
Nope. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
What? Oh no. Huh?
Looks right.
Yeah, it is pulling off. Oh yeah, look at that. It's pulling the shoes with it.
Oh really?
Uh-huh. I may have just screwed that up. Oh, that's what happens when you start filming and not working. When you try to film and work.
This was on there like that.
So that little piece fell out, and when I basically stopped filming because it seemed like we messed something up. And as it turns out, the rust on that where it broke, that's the adjuster. It's all rusty. Flip that over just to show on camera. That's the back side, and that's one of the little adjusters that controls everything, holds everything in place.
Yeah, it's like a cam.
Yeah, it's a little cam, and yeah, that's probably been broke for a long ass time.
Yeah.
That's why the shoes were actually moving with everything and being actively sucked off. So Dad's got a plan on making his own and repairing that and making it functional again.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll tune back in when we get there.
This worked great.
At least now we know our brake shoes are basically brand spanking new. I mean,
It says something PA rewind.
yeah, I videoed that on the other one when you were talking. And yeah, I think that's another car we don't have to buy shoes for. It's like this car and the Polara, both, by some miracle, just had the brakes redone and then they were parked. Because even the drums are nice inside, so. I say that. Oh yeah.
Shine it up a little bit, it'd be just like a brand new.
Yeah, ain't bad. Just don't breathe that, and that's called the asbestos, supposedly. All right, well, we'll continue on with the rest of the brake saga. Hopefully no more braking on the brakes. We're back on the old 55. Dad and I was helping Dad a little bit, and we got the brake line off of there, and as it turns out, Chrysler's rear brake line setup really hasn't changed much since 1955 all the way into the 70s.
No.
Little block here is basically the exact same feller it's always been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dad figured it'd be easier to go ahead and take everything off instead of working on it underneath the car. So we're going to replace all these lines with brand new fellers because, well, they're just no good.
Yeah.
They're breaking off at every chance they get, so just make new ones.
Yeah.
Here's news doing your motor good. Alrighty, well, got the little block cleaned out. It just needs to be cleaned up. We have only the finest Nikon from Amazon and from Jigs there. We got plenty of these little flares and couplers if we need them. We got the big fittings there for the master cylinder on like the dual reservoir deal. It's a pretty nice little kit we found on the Amazon. So we got plenty of tubing. Make everything brand new. Dad's gonna flare us up some new stuff. We have all new brake lines.
Really nice kit.
It's a really nice kit.
I'm sure you remember running down to Napa and having to get them fittings.
Oh yeah.
What a pain in the butt.
I kind of hope they're all correct though.
We can get one of the brake cylinders and screw it in.
It's true. You know, A lot of everything we've been doing on the 55 has just been to justify using all the brake parts we already bought in this box. Long before we ever had a running engine or a working transmission, we were just like, well, we're in the middle of working on the 300s brakes, honestly. That's kind of where all this crap began was, well, we're already doing the 300s brakes, and we got to do brakes on the Polara. We'll just get everything here for the 55 since we're going to probably end up, you know, working on it. And so we bought all the stuff to do the brakes. And as you've seen, we've put a transmission in it, we've made it run, we put a cooling system on it, Dad fixed the generator. It's almost going to be mechanically restored if only it looked a little bit better. But yeah, she'll have brand new master cylinder. We're just going to keep it single pot, all factory stuff. We have all the factory style wheel cylinders. These are the rears because there's just one. And the fronts have two separates, which is kind of unique. It's got two separate wheel cylinders, one on top and one on bottom. But we're not working on that side yet. We'll show you that when we get to the fronts. Right now, we're going to get all the rear brakes finished up. Alright, what are the chances? Amazon's finest. Oh, thread's in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a plus.
That's a plus.
You think those new...
They're all the same.
Oh, I'd hope so. Alright, just for video's sake, we do have all four. The fourth one was in a different package. We got, if anybody ever needs these part numbers from Ray Bestis, 10580, 10581, 10582, 10583, and of course pre-fit led by WC code for asbestos. 4 individual part numbers, all for the front brakes, and then your rear ones are 10588 and of course another 10588. All right, and just because the part number is actually there, in case you guys just want to save yourself a little bit of a headache, there you go. We're not affiliated, not sponsored, just trying to help folks out in case you happen to be working on one of these too.
Okay.
Yep.
So you got this little flange on the fitting that gives you the bubble flare, and you stick the tubing out the same distance as that thickness is, and then clamp it down. And then you know you got enough sticking out there for a bubble flare. And then I put that on there. I got a little trick there so it don't fall out. I did this under my Charger when I did those. That was a pain in the butt. I figured this out. Screw it in. Don't have to be gorilla tight or nothing. Go back out.
If you're saying it ain't got to be gorilla tight, that's really saying something, dude.
Drop this out. It gives you that part. And then I always go and put the point in the middle of it. So you hit a little resistance. Take it back out. Bubble flare done.
Boom. Made by the man.
They give you this little tool just to make sure you ain't got no burrs left on there.
The deburrer. Oh, and of course, don't forget to have your nut on there.
It doesn't really matter because I could have slid it on this side.
Well, I'm just saying
But on
because...
the next one, that matters.
Yeah, the next one it matters because there's nothing worse than going through all this and...
I don't know how many times I've done that.
Me either. I can't count that high.
Like a pain in the butt.
There's been a lot of outtakes. This one, luckily though, one take, Dad. You are the man.
Always blow through it to make sure it's still clear. Slide this on.
Yep.
First.
Make sure you put it on the right way too.
Yeah.
And rinse, repeat.
Feet.
And just like that, literally, rinse, repeat. The only step you guys missed was Dad's little tech tip on using torch head cleaner to deburr the inside until the little didgeridoo fits in there. Well, Michael's over. He's helping Dad, fixing the sandblaster deal over there. And here's our brake drum, and I'm gonna take some time. We're gonna clean these up, get them painted, coated, and protected. And Dad's got the wheel cylinders put on the rear here. He made an all new line based off of the original that was there, including that funky loop thing. And yeah, I don't think we should have kept that as a template. I agree with Dad. Should have just made our own from scratch. But I mean, it is made from scratch. Just looks kind of weird. It's kind of however it was. But all right, so it won't be long before we'll be moving on to the front, which is a little more complicated, but should go by pretty quick. And the old 55 will have brakes. So last time these guys are going to look like this. That's a pretty beautiful brake line. Got lots of plenty. It's full of brakes. Let's just say that. That's been all made new and replaced. And Dad ran into one little snag on the front brakes. Oh, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. So that's going to delay us a little bit on this project because I had to order brake shoes, and Rock Auto wasn't working, and went around pricing and tried to find the best deal we could. So we got new shoes coming, and also got some extra lines that we kind of didn't realize were a thing. Like this master cylinder on the 55 has a rubber brake hose that comes off the bottom of it, instead of it being hard line like what we're normally used to, that goes down to the block down on the frame rail. And one of the eBay sellers made one out of stainless braided line, so we ordered that to put on there because nobody else listed it, and we were contemplating making it out of hard line with a bunch of loops, but I want to keep it the way it's supposed to. We also found out that Cantor makes the reproduction rubber motor mount for these Hemis, which is kind of neat. Didn't realize that. But yeah, so basically we're going to be jump cutting to probably about a week later here soon.
This is how it adjusts. It's on there. I'll show you how that's. Adjust the brakes out.
There's a nut on the back side.
And that little cam, well, you go the other way. That little cam will push the brakes out a little bit.
Ah, that's cool.
Right, so you can't adjust them no more.
It's only got so many settings.
But it takes it clear out to the edge here.
It's probably, yeah, okay. So that's like the one we fixed with.
That's where, and it's gonna work too. And the trick, I think the trick, I'm gonna mark on the back here which way to go. You know, because you could go the other way and go that way, and it'd be all of a sudden it'd be wide open.
Yeah, you'd be going the wrong way. All right, I came over to the passenger side because I was thinking about maybe actually getting my hands dirty instead of going back to sandblasting parts. That way Dad doesn't have to. But I was looking at this brake line setup. Go ahead and judge me in the comments if you want to. That's perfectly fine. But these are the kind of repairs that you kind of don't want to see on your car. Yeah.
Hose?
That hose. The brake line was probably weeping in. Yeah, sure, let's just clamp a piece of rubber fuel line on there. That'll work. That'll work for a little bit, yeah. That's a good thing we're replacing most of that. The car is actually in remarkably good shape for being a parts car. Oh well, it's actually a good thing it became a parts car, because that's what made it get to sit inside a fancy house up in Kansas City for all those years and saved it. Otherwise, it would have been sitting in a field, which actually is what did happen to it, because that's how the back glass got busted out. But yeah, that was kind of that's a clever little deal there. Run a little bit of tape, so that way you can eventually get everything.
And every bend, every time you bend it, tape it, bend it, tape it, bend it, tape it. That way it ain't twisting, you're getting the right orientation.
Alrighty, well I got one brake drum ready to go. This one was ground down with a wire wheel, and we're gonna finish this guy off the blasting cabinet. This little fella right here, I went ahead and painted the inside of the drum because I was blasting everything. And this is my rust converter paint, so I might as well just protect it as best I can. But the old blaster did a good job getting everything down to bare iron, so we're gonna let that paint dry. We'll flip it around, and we'll do the top side, and we'll do that with all 4 of them, and they will be good as new, and they shouldn't actually have any rusting issues, because that rust-proofing paint does a really good job of converting old rusty metal into good metal. And well, it's been sprayed on pretty good metal, so it shouldn't rust again, because you knew it was doing your motor good. Alrighty, well, we got the rear drums all painted up and duded up, cleaned up. Even did the nuts here, the castle nuts and the original washers, hit those with the rust encapsulating paint, and then baked on some high heat grill paint like we use on our headers. Everything's looking pretty daggone good, so now we just gotta take these suckers out. They're all painted up. And well, that's just one more step to putting the 55 back on the ground and ending its days as a hovermobile. Still waiting on the front shoes to show up. Those won't be here till next week, unfortunately. But everything in the back is in great shape. We showed you Dad fixed that one adjuster when I made him the parts on the lathe. All the shoes look good. The new wheel cylinders, all new brake lines, which we have showed you. Dad ran a whole new main line to the front of the car, just made everything brand new. So once we get all the rest of the parts, we'll get her assembled. We're going to do some detailing underneath there to get rid of the rust and make it look good. And well, when everything shows up, we'll show you guys some more on the old 55 staying alive. I should have got that. I just got back from the store. Dad's got all the rear drum assemblies assembled. I still got to finish blasting the front ones. Kind of ran out of time because Dad's just a freaking hoss like that, you know.
We need to get some more paint.
I got some more rust converter paint, because that's what we're getting ready to do. Is we're going to go ahead and take care of as much of this rust as we can see right now.
Before we put the wheels on.
Yeah, before the wheels go back on. And alrighty, well, a little video update time. Everything has been rust encapsulated and painted. And when I say that, I mean it's actually got rust encapsulator and then paint. Did all the frame rail area, touched up the rear end, did a little bit of the gas tank, all that area. Took care of just about every bare spot that's visible from the outside. We're going to get the inside of the frame rails when we get the floors. We still got to do some patchwork there, but while we're underneath here, just want to take care of much of this as possible. You know, get the leaf springs on all the angles. See the big old rust hole there? Ain't no reason even messing with that. And the quarter panel extensions, I can't believe they're still there. The lower quarters, everything's still intact, in good shape. So just some rust converter and then some satin black paint ought to help protect everything for at least another, hopefully at least 20 years or something, to make it worth the time and effort used into it. I got a little bit of overspray on the stainless that needs to be cleaned up, but the main thing is literally, I'm glad I bought the paint on sale, because I thought I had more than enough satin black gathered up. And well, let's just say that if Rust-Oleum sponsored us, I would not complain one freaking bit. If I would have known it's going to take that many cans of paint, I would have probably just bought the roll-on stuff, to be honest. But, all right, we got 2 more drums to finish up. I know, still ain't got them done, but get them done here soon. Well, Dad's already got the master cylinder on, I believe, and the new brake line. Yeah, there was a company we found on eBay called Hoses Unlimited. Not sponsored or anything, but they actually had a really nice braided stainless hose for this. And like the rubber one was like 20 bucks and this was like 24 bucks. So shout out to them for having freaking awesome stuff. And yeah, it's staying a single pot master cylinder, because what else would you do in 1955? You didn't have dual pot master cylinders and fancy racing brakes. You had a drum system that you had to self-adjust. We're going back to the 50s, dudes. And if you're not ready for it, that's your problem. We'll get back to the muscle car stuff after a while, but right now, we're having fun. All right, more work to do. All right, there's the red painted on the inside of the drum. Taped off the mating surface. Also painted that thing, you know, the thing in the middle, the hub thingy. Been a long day. All right, we got another one to paint. And just like that, we just got one more to do. I complete the brakes. And this project will finally be done. Well, hopefully we can put it on the ground and, you know, the brakes work and transmission still works and yeah, all that stuff. Alrighty. Dad, are we ready for a progress update? Oh, I guess so, because look at that. Looks like there's a drum, there's a hose, some fancy little magic wizardry going on right there with stuff. Your one-way check valve.
It's a one-way check valve that I found on Facebook.
And basically eliminates the need for a guy to sit inside the car. And this is actually why I didn't even know that Dad was doing this, or I would have been out here. I just came out to see if he was out here, and come to find out this thing's apparently got. You press the brake pedal?
Yeah, pedal.
Ooh.
It might be spongy. I mean, not spongy, but it'll eventually come down because I still got this bleeder open.
Yeah. That's kind of a nifty little deal. What a one-way check valve.
Yeah, so you don't have to lock it up every time. The check valve holds the fluid, and so the air can get through it, but nothing can come back. You can't even blow through it backwards.
There you go.
And so you can sit there and you can watch all the bubbles. And I figured out if you hold your can up higher than the bleeder, then it seems like the bubbles like to go up the hill, you know.
Yeah, air likes to float up in there.
And this is my last break, and it's done. I'm about ready to lock her down.
Oh. I'm glad we took some time to paint everything, even if it was a little bit of POD. Alrighty, so along with Dad having all the brakes magically bled, he is now detailing the master cylinder with the Scott Speed Shop patented super cleaning fluid, and also disinfectant, and hand wipe, and wasp killer.
I got some new ends for these. This is brake lights wires.
Yeah, we need to get those fixed.
I brought some new ends.
Along with, like I said, all the brakes are now done. Dad went ahead and greased the heck out of everything that had a grease zerk underneath of there. Everything's in really good shape, surprisingly, minus the stuff that's not in good shape. We painted all the leaf springs, the frame where actually you saw that all new brake lines. The little 270 Hemi is probably still running pretty good. We'll see what happens. Last time we fired that old dog up after it set, it did fire right back up. And of course we do have the new Power Flight transmission in here, so hopefully when we get her on the ground, she'll go into gear. We'll have both forward gears, it's a 2-speed Power Flight, and a reverse gear, and brakes. So here's to hoping everything goes smoothly. Just in case anybody hasn't ever seen one of these, what is it called, a walker?
Yeah, it's a walker. It's like your service stations.
Yeah, we got this from our good friend Andrew Bostrom, who has a YouTube channel.
Safety lacks air, you gotta hold.
We bought it because Dad's always wanted one of the air versions, and we thought this was air. And that's when we found out it's hydraulic.
And it catches both frame rails.
Yeah, this thing's actually really freaking neat. And you just pump it up with the handle on the other side. You swing that little...
If you let that flop in,
yeah, it'll lock itself in.
it won't go down no more.
Yep. It's a good old jack.
No, we didn't use it for the longest time.
Yeah, I know. Now, just let the front one down. Woo-hoo. That's not a bad look for the old 55.
The gasser look?
No, I was just saying popping a wheelie.
Oh, popping a wheelie.
You ought to close the hood. That'd be something else if it could pop a wheelie and its own hood. Hey, bring her down. What a moment. What a moment. You know, thinking back to when we first went and looked at this thing out of Jesse's, well, after I was basically already kind of in love with it. I'm really happy that Dad fell in love with it too, but remembering that trading just a bell housing and a flywheel for this bad boy and then all this work. Normally I would say no way, Jose, to transmission work. Like swapping a transmission. Actually, in fact, I did say I don't want to deal with it anymore, and Dad said it's worth it.
Well, it's kind of different.
It is well
I
different.
mean, it's not just muscle cars are all built basically the same.
Yeah, it's literally, that is the one reason why it's.
This is all the brakes are different, and it was like a learning curve for me.
Well, and it also comes back to you and I both got a lot of love for the early Hemis.
Early Hemi, yeah.
And a little Dodge. And this car is just really.
Still,
say that again.
Say that, still on 6 volts. Say that again.
But we wanted to keep her pretty well intact. And I mean, really, even if this isn't your cup of tea, the body is so daggone clean. And it has warranted this YouTube series, in my opinion. I don't know anybody else who has done this much work to a 55 on YouTube, mainly because, well, if you haven't paid attention to the view counts, they're quite low. But all you've been watching, I appreciate the heck out of you, because you guys remind me of everybody who helped start up this channel when we did stuff like the Yard Dart, because when we were doing that, that was still not really a cool car, but there's a whole bunch of cool people out there who dig those, and we got to meet them. And, well, Dusters are just cool to most people, but the 55 is truly one that stands above the rest. Whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. All right, enough rambling. The keys are on the bumper. All right, Dad topped off the water. Now we're gonna try this.
Oh, right on full arc.
Oh, take 2 did not go so well. I poured about way too much of that in the carburetor. We're gonna make sure she's full.
Well, if we need to choke it.
Oh, the bugs are crawling out of the engine. Alrighty, Dad, see if she'll go. Yeah, she just wanted some fuel. Let her warm up. How's everything looking in the control center, Dad?
Got good oil pressure. Temperature is low.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll keep the camera out of your face. All right, you got the window. You got the banana to keep you company. Someday we'll get another headlight worthy of that. This is what we really enjoy about the old 55. And she just wants to stay alive. Do you think it'll move a little bit? I didn't know Dad was gonna go backwards. Yeah, don't drive into the pond. Ah, she's spinning on the other side. Woo!
I think the brakes are working.
The brakes are most definitely working. Yeah, probably not so much. How's temperature doing?
Oh, it ain't even warmed up yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, of course he turns. The life of a cameraman. Yeah, it's ready for the NASCAR track. Might need to order those shock absorbers. To go where no man has gone before. Only a badger bug. You got some air there, sir. You got some freaking air. And you tilled up some dirt with the back bumper.
Oh.
Ooh, she smells a little fumey. Let me pop the old. Everything is quiet, everything is dry. The belt is still on. The battery kind of went flying because that always gets forgotten about, but it's okay. It rammed itself up against the cylinder head probably. Oh, yeah, the transmission might still be leaking like a bastard. Well, I can't see any ATF stains in the grass, so you're good. Oh. Fantastic work, dude. Are you waiting on me? Are you waiting on me?
Yeah, go for a ride.
Sure. Alrighty.
How much gas we got in the old car?
I don't know either. Woo. Woo. Well, she's only a 70-year-old rig. Look at that. Hairpin turn. I'm glad that I got this kick panel that mostly acts like a floorboard on this side.
He fell in.
Oh, oh, oh! Oh, this is narrow. Dead. Freaking lagoon right there. We're not in the badger bug, Dad.
That's what I wanted. Badger
Yeah.
bug, make a street on that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Woo! Oh, at least we know the brakes work good.
you want to get out to the road here.
I don't know. We don't really have the best driving course set up right now.
Don't what? Oh, yeah.
Wait, how are we getting back?
That's the same way we came.
Now we're up in the driveway. This is the first time the 55's been in the driveway. Woo! What a deal. What a deal. Oh, you're gonna... Are you about to take my foot? Oh. Danger drive. Oh, God. Oh, I ain't got the phone. Dad, you're a madman.
It's danger drive. Got a feeling we're running out of gas.
Yeah. Keep going up to the quarry. Oh, I'm glad that ain't right. We ain't going 100.
We might be gonna plug up a fuel filter. I think it's gonna be a danger.
I agree.
Come on, baby.
There she goes. Yeah, she might. Ah!
That's what I want.
Well, fuel filter could be getting plugged up. Who knows?
Come on, baby. I'm gonna have to shine them points a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I really didn't know this was going to be the drive of the 55. The first drive of the 55. Ooh, I smell something. That don't smell good. It's either me. Oh, it's probably me. It's probably me. Whew. See, I was nervous that you were going to leap the 55 through the ditch and like jump it. I kind of thought you were thinking about it because it was the only thing that came to my mind. Whew. Oh, there was a car behind us.
Yeah, it was.
Alrighty.
Guess we gotta go back. Where we gonna park her at?
I don't know.
She's just a yard farmer.
Well, luckily we know where there's a junkyard with maybe a parts car in case one of these trees does happen to become an opponent. The bouncing around is just the best part.
I guess it could go in this way. Park her down there by the van.
Yeah, we just parked her next to Brian's van. Hang on, let me crawl out of there and I'll go film it. Yeah, remember we idled it down too. So it's got like a 500 RPM idle. Bring her on in. Yeah. Yeah, I think by the boat would be better. At least until we get a little more space cleaned up. This bad boy is going to a buddy collaboration project. And we got a white 64 Dodge for sale. It should be leaving someday. Someone ever wants to buy a project car. 55, I think though. I think we're definitely gonna keep this old girl. The 55 is staying alive. Oh, I'm glad it's running cool. It's got that A-body aluminum radiator. So now, we gotta figure out what we wanna do with paint. We probably need to redo our, oh my God.
I noticed that. Did you come out and see that?
No.
That's the sun.
That's the sun.
I noticed this right down in here. I thought, yeah, maybe.
That was truly a danger ride. Good ride.
You were perfect.
Oh, I'm just amazed this is still here. I'm glad it is. That was fun. I forgot about all the stuff in the trunk. I wonder if we lost it. Nope. We got just enough of a trunk pan that we didn't lose anything. Even that GM alternator, which should have fallen out. All right, well, we need to probably retake the back glass or get our buddy here to put that in. But we can start finishing up the interior for this. We still got good oil pressure. Look at that. Temperature's nice and cool. It ain't gonna take much to finish this one out. And now that she's completely mobile, she's driver duty as soon as we find all the stuff to put another headlight in it at least. Wouldn't believe how hard some of this stuff is to find. But alrighty, folks. I appreciate the heck out of you for sticking around for this 11-part 55 Dodge whole series. Holy crap, look at the beard I've grown in this time. Oh. Dad, I appreciate you really taking the horn on this one, taking the lead.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to let her die because she's got to stay alive.
I agree with that. I'm glad that we still got her. She's.
The more we move it, the more we run it, the more we drive it, the better it'll get.
The fact it is just still sitting here humming. It was stuck, and now it runs and drives. Stops.
The rock gas tank we're still using it.
Yeah, it's a factory gas tank. We had to change the fuel pump, but factory carburetor didn't even rebuild it or nothing. It's a really good car. It really is. And just going to show you that regardless of four-door or whatever you can have to say about a vehicle, anything can be cool when you put your heart and soul into it and you have fun, especially when it's a project to build with your best buddy. So as always, folks, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And, well, as always did,